Hi there, Capricorn. How are you doing today? Welcome to your Timeless Tarot reading, and we're going to be looking at a situation that you have going on right now when you get to this message. And it's timeless whenever the first few cards resonate for you. And for Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, Capricorn energy. And we'll be looking at what will come of this situation. So something that's happening in your life at the moment, a situation that is either at a peak or coming to a head, or something that is kind of on your mind at the moment and you want to get some clarity on. So let's get into the reading and find out what Spirit want to bring forward and talk to you about today. Okay, I'm feeling tension, like a lot of tension, perhaps headaches or something around the mind space. We've got 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Yeah, there's something, the head, something to do with the energy around the head. We've got Angel of Balance. I feel like some of you are getting quite powerful visions or having changing how you digest information. This could be perhaps spiritually or at work or just in general life. And we've got Broken Heart. Yeah, there's like a tension somehow. Cornucopia. A lot going on for you. A lot of like whirlwind of emotions. The Sun. And Contract. Okay, I feel like there's been a lot happening, like a whirlwind of events. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of emotions involved. There's been like one situation, but a change of emotion. So not quite necessarily knowing how you feel about something or changing how you feel about something. There's something very fluid and like a roller coaster that's happened, and there hasn't been much balance. It's been yo-yo. And it's been painful, and it's been there's been a lot of relief in some respects. There's been feeling blind, there's been feeling really powerful, like all these different things happening at the same time, or like very close together. Let's have a look what this is to do with. What is it to do with? Okay, we've got the 7 of Fire, 2 of Earth. Yeah, being very in your kind of defense mode. This is also, and we've got the 6th of Earth as well. This is juggling too much, but also giving too much. Perhaps some of you are giving kind of too much time, energy, resources into something, and it kind of has perhaps left you feeling depleted. But you've had moments of like real joy in doing that, and moments of and working towards something, and moments of feeling really exhausted. So there's a situation you just, it's almost like this situation you want, it's just like, oh, just enough now. It's like, please stop, like calm down, let's level out. It's this desire to be on level ground. Yeah, we're bored of it now. Capricorn, we're bored of it now. Okay, I feel like there's one more card in here for you, but I'm not sure where. Bear with me, I think it's one more shuffle. Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, we've got the we've got the tower at the bottom of the deck as well. Okay. Do you know there's a energy of like complete pause and almost complete being blinded. I'm feeling like that it is literally like we can't see the way forward. When we think we do, and when we've come up with a really great idea or a plan, something comes and knocks it over. So there is this kind of chaos energy, a lot going on, a lot of chaos, giving a lot of yourself into a situation. But it's almost like at the moment you're kind of feeling like, but is it worth it? Like, what am I actually doing this for? And perhaps that's where we're not coming up with the answers. There could be a feeling of feeling lost as well, but there is this like desire to bring something to life. There's this desire to create something, to have something in abundance with this cornucopia energy, with the sun energy here. Okay, and we've got the 4 of water, 7 of earth. I feel like this is spirit saying to you, I completely know that you're bored and fed up, but keep going, because something's on the other side of this, and I know it feels like the longest slog ever. And we've got the 3 of earth and the 7 of air. It will lighten up. Okay, you'll have an opportunity to, like, it's almost like there's all this chaos that's very dense at the moment, but you'll have an opportunity where you see this quick way through. It's like getting from one end of a party room to another end of a really kind of busy party room, or like a club or a bar or something, and you want to get from one end, or a concert is probably a good example, and you want to get from one end to the other, and you see this, like, it's almost like you see this path illuminated, and you can nip from one side of to the other in a few seconds, whereas it can take half an hour to get across one side of a concert to another. I feel like that's coming up, but you can't see it just yet, and I feel that's what spirit wants to bring forward with this situation. Just want to see what's with this tower. Yep, stay. We've got 9 of fire, 7 of water, messenger of earth, and ace of air. Okay, this, and we've got, yeah, 5 of water. There is a feeling of sadness here as well, which is where this broken heart energy comes through. This feels really important for you, so I'm going to take these. It is this kind of it's almost like this constant tower moment. The constant tower, the constant, oh, are you kidding me? Like, something else? Are you serious? But then it's like you deal with it so beautifully, because it's like, okay, fine, we've got this, we're dealing with this is what we're going to do, and that's the end of it. And you're dealing with it really with a lot of strength and a lot of dignity, a lot of poise. And we've got the 9 of fire, 7 of water. Being very protective of your space, even though you're not quite sure what's coming at you. But it's almost like you're very aware that you know that you need some space. And we've got messenger of earth and ace of air. This new idea, this new brainwave, this new lightness, this 7 of air. Where are we? This 7 of air felt really light. It's this energy that feels like you can, all of a sudden a path becomes illuminated, but it's a very narrow path, almost invisible to most people, but spirit are going to make you aware of it. And it's that lightness of energy that I'm picking up on here for you. Yeah, slow and steady. It is coming, but very slowly, a lot slower with this messenger of earth, a lot slower than what we wanted it to come in. Let me have a look next at what's being activated here, because it feels like this is just, it's almost like it's laughable, something, and this could be to do with work, this could be to do with a relationship, a connection, family, something going on with family for some of you. Okay, what's being activated here? Because something is being it's almost like you're being on your, something's been pushed on pause for now. There is a transition you're going through, certainly with how you process information. We've got action. And we want to find some balance here, Tower. Solitude. Yeah, that's where you are right now. There's one more. Oh, here we go. And stillness. Yes. Well, this is very much in duality here. We've got action and power. Do you know what it is? It's the way that you use your power, the way that you take action is completely changing. It's almost like you're going to be taking action from a powerful place of visions that you're getting, and there's kind of this upgrade happening to your vision, or to one of your to your kind of senses, or your sixth sense. And solitude and stillness. This upgrade here, this either a development of a skill or a new skill that you realize that you have, is found in stillness. And it's like this time, you know that you need some time. You've been being defensive. Perhaps for some of you, you might not have been as protective as spirit want you to be for now, just to protect your energy, your space. but also just to kind of stop anything else from wreaking havoc on the chaos that's already kind of happened. But there is, because a lot of it isn't even you, it's kind of you've just ended up in these situations. But it's the way that you take action from a place of power is changing. This is what I was seeing when Spirit were talking about with the Seven of Air. When Spirit were talking about there's going to be a way that you can get out through something, and it's quite a narrow pathway. It was actually this type of thing that I was seeing. So this very gentle, illuminated pathway in a room that is almost like translucent, and it looks like lightning, like just going through the crowd. That's metaphorical. I mean, it could be for some of you literal, but it feels very metaphorical. But there's a solitude and a stillness. It's like this stillness, like blocking out all of the noise, white noise, actually, Spirit saying, blocking out all of the white noise, the stuff that's distracting, that doesn't actually contribute towards anything in your own growth, your own success, your own achievement, your own desire to grow, to learn, to be. Okay, let's have a look at pathway. So the situation we're in right now is coming to an end. I feel like there's some time that you need to spend on your own, and then it will start to dissipate. There's some healing. We'll look at that in a second. We've got come together. There's disconnect and separation here. We've got balancing act here as well. And we had balance and home. Yeah, this is the solitude energy coming back home. There is this not wanting to go into something blind. I feel like somebody, for some of you, this might not resonate for everybody, but for some of you, this could be work, could be friendship or anything, family, partnership, romantic partnership. Somebody's trying to push you or convince you to do something that they really want to do. Buy a house, start a business, go on holiday, buy a car. There's something that somebody's asking of something. Somebody is asking something of you and you're not quite sure about it. Spirit's saying pause on it. It feels like something that's relatively sizey. That's not the right word. That's not it's not a small thing. Why can't I think of that word? It's on the tip of my tongue. Okay. No, we're not done. Okay. So we've got come together and balancing act. Things have really not been in balance for a while, I feel, viewer, for you. And sometimes it's been exciting. And sometimes it's been like, oh no, roller coaster. It will calm down. And I feel like the people that are really good for you, a good stable influence, a good supportive influence, a good sounding board, are like good reflection. They will stay through this chaos storm, through all of this tower. And we've got home and dry desert. This is really coming back into yourself. This is finding the security, the home in yourself. This is knowing where home is for you, and that could be a person, that could be an environment, that could be a job, but there's something about where you feel at home. And with this, especially with the dry desert here, this is all about where things feel like there are a lost cause. Life will provide. There is always resource available, and there's always something that presents itself. So even if you feel like you're in the desert and you're just in the wilderness and there's nothing in sight, something is going to show up for you. But Spirit are acknowledging that they know that you've been waiting for this. For some of you, this could be waiting for like a romantic connection as well, or perhaps the right friendships, perhaps something with your career or work. Okay, what else on the pathway after what's happening in the situation? We're here into the unknown. Yeah, that's this dry desert for you. And we've got encouragement. Yes, these people, I love it when these two energies come out together, because it's just the being at home with the right people, like having the right people in your corner, having the right people to call on, to lean on, to help and support, and to help and support you, and you help and support them. Yeah. And we've got into the unknown. This into the unknown is walking forward without a plan, and that is your plan. That probably feels quite nerve-wracking, because there's something changing about how you're doing stuff. Okay, let's have a look at what's been what's healing at the moment as you go through this situation. What is being healed? What are we on a personal development pathway? What's happening on that level? White buffalo. This is all about abundance, resources, and yeah, we've absolutely been in the north here. We've been in winter mode, like total deep freeze frost mode. What else has been healing that we need to know about? What's closing out when it comes to healing for the viewer? There we go. Thank you. Sweat lodge. Yeah, you are. So this sweat lodge is the rest. This is where spirit's saying take time out, because things are still needing to be processed somehow, somewhere. There's some thinking to do. There's some consideration to be done. Like there's some thinking that you're being encouraged to reflect on. There's like, if I go down this path, this is what it looks like. How does that feel for me? And it's not rushing that process for yourself. But where you feel like you've been in absolute deep freeze, you've been the spirit keeper of the north, where you've been in winter mode, where things have felt really still, where it feels like nothing is going to grow, where we feel there's no sun here. It's where we're going by moonlight. This is going through the dark in with the hope of spring. And this is the same as the white buffalo. So we've got two winter energies here. And with the white buffalo, it's about abundance and knowing and trusting that life will provide. And we've got that on with the dry desert energy as well. So I feel like that's where you are, what you've been feeling, or perhaps what you've been worrying about. We'll look at mind space in a second, because there is something around in the headspace. And we've got tribal, spirit, dancer, and sweat lodge. Once this process is through, you are going to feel like a completely different person. You're going to feel physically transformed, like you're going to feel it in your body, and you're going to feel it in your spiritual body. But it is the time to be in the sweat lodge, not to approach it, not to think about it. It's time to be in it, whatever that means for you. And this is going to be different for everybody. But also with or around or with support from people that you know have your best interests at heart, that care about you, that are, I want to say, like capable of looking after you in the way that you need with this sweat lodge energy. Okay, let's have a look at headspace. What's happening headspace? Am I afraid to be seen? Okay, what else is happening in the headspace for the viewer, please, Spirit? What am I grateful for right now? Yes. So at the moment, it's because we're in this winter mode and we're just in the middle of the desert. It's like there's nothing to, it could feel like there's just nothing to be grateful for, because everything is going in a way that feels not particularly great, or there's just been some really bad luck, and we've got the broken heart energy here as well. So there's definitely something that's affected you deeply on an emotional level. Okay, we've got, am I afraid to be seen? Who am I ready to forgive? What am I grateful for right now? And am I letting fear stop me? And I feel like this is a very important one, because there's something where we're not stepping forward fully because of the impact of everything else. But it's like when you see that pathway, I feel like this is spirit saying, take it, take the pathway, don't look back, take the pathway. Like, take the pathway that we show you. And it could be that there's been some arguments or some kind of confrontation in this situation, or for some of you, this could be being really hard on yourself, and spirit saying, don't be hard on yourself. Like, give yourself compassion and forgiveness. I always say quite often, but Ho'oponopono meditation and healing is really wonderful for forgiveness. It doesn't even matter who, what, where, and why. It's just a very powerful tool for forgiveness. We've got direction guardian, choose your path. Yeah, we're definitely lost in the desert at the moment. But also like asking to be seen by life, but being ready to be seen. And being ready to be seen doesn't mean you stand in your power, in your energy of I can be seen. It's like releasing everything that's associated with being seen and just doing what you know that you want to do, what you want to create, who you want to be. This is all about you being trusting that whatever happens, it will work out perfectly. Okay. Feels very strong for you. Like it will work out perfectly. That feels very strong. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. And there's one more here. I think that's two. Is there anything else for the viewer, please, spirits? Anything else? No, there we go. Okay. It's time to, it will be time soon to choose your pathway and choose the next direction. Oh, I want to say the next adventure. And we've got Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. This is why this sweat lodge and the inner is important at the moment, the stillness and the solitude. So we've got this duality of stillness and solitude and action and power, and they coexist simultaneously, but it's like what you're choosing to draw on. No way. We've got winter. You're definitely in winter mode here, viewer. Take care of your needs. It's very important right now that you take care of you. And we've got High Priestess, harness mystic power. Some of you might be starting or just starting on the road of some kind of like spiritual activity as well, like learning something spiritually or developing a gift spiritually. We've got the Eight of Swords. I'm looking at your pathway now coming up. Sorry, I said that in my head. What's your pathway coming up? Immediate pathway for the viewer. Let's get one more. Immediate pathway. Okay. We've got Eight of Swords, Five of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. So Spirit saying don't, especially with the Five of Wands coming up with this too, it's like you need to dislodge where you feel like you are right now. Something needs to dislodge, something needs to shift. As always, when we go through these sticky situations or these challenging times, but it's like just allowing things to be and not like picking the battles that you want to fight. If you feel like you want to, you know, say something and be quite assertive in a situation, go for it. If you also feel to step back and just not worry about it, do that too, because there's just a lot of different opinions, perhaps a lot of different ways of doing things, and it just hasn't settled now. That's made you feel trapped because it's like there's no stability, but stability is coming in with this Page of Pentacles. At the moment, it's kind of just being curious, asking curious questions. Like if there's somebody close to you who is winding you up, it's kind of a case of, instead of blowing at that person or responding to them getting quite irate about something, I feel like this is Spirit saying to calm the conversation. Just ask curious, innocent questions. What happens after this? What happens after this for the viewer on this pathway? Because now I feel like we're in this action power energy now. What do we need to know about this action power energy? Temperance. Nice. Nice. Okay, what else for this action power energy? Nine of Cups. Love it. Okay, let's get one more. Oh, okay, we have the Emperor. Wowzers. Three, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck there for you as well. Three very powerful cards. So you are going from the day-to-day life grind, which is where we've got the Minor Arcana, and then we come into the Temperance and the Emperor. And this could be you, this could be somebody around you that's helping you. This is you finding your truth. This is you being known for something that you really feel true in. This is you finding the balance, the moderation, the drawing on the light and dark. Everything in life is moderation, and we do have some juggling going on at the moment as well. This situation will transform. So where you feel like you don't have any, where you feel like you have no say, or you can't find your own pathway through it, it will illuminate for you, because you're stepping into this emperor role, and this is the taking action from a place of knowing. This is you being strategic, moving when you want to move, not moving when you don't want to move. Yeah, this is you finding a fire. And that leads to this Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, being truly happy. Okay, let's have a look what to be aware of on this pathway. What does the viewer need to be aware of on this pathway? Please, go. To be aware of. What do we need to be aware of? Oh, okay, we've got the Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, this is being aware of our own emotions. So we're looking at what's hidden right now. Okay. We've got the Seven of Swords coming up as well. That was a really strong card in the beginning. Anything else on what to be aware of? No, thank you. Okay. Be aware of whatever it is that's caused any heartache. Be aware of what that is and allow that to come through, and get the support and encouragement from people around you that you need, or finding somebody to speak to. Because it feels like there's like emotions being pushed down that need to be released rather than repressed in some way. And that is really easy to say, because when we're the ones repressing emotions, as we all do, we can't see it. So I feel like it could be asking other people, or just going through the process of maybe journaling, or something, like group, maybe like a group support in some way, perhaps through work, perhaps in your community. But there's something here about unearthing any emotions or anything that you really want to get out, because it could be that you just want to scream and just release some anger, just release some frustration, some irritation, some annoyance, just some, oh my God, why is this all happening, and why has this happened? Just to kind of release that, and maybe that's enough, and that helps. I feel like the Seven of Swords is Spirit saying this pathway is coming. Like, there will be this way for you to grab what you need and just go in the direction that you want to, that you see. But you will know when this pathway comes up. And we've got the King of Cups and the Two of Wands. So I feel like this King of Cups actually feels like someone else. This feels like somebody around you who can help you through whatever you're processing at the moment in this winter mode with this sweat lodge energy. Somebody there that can help you. And the Two of Wands is just starting to perhaps see or make inquiries as to who that could be. This might take you on a journey as well, like maybe travel. Start thinking about what you want to do when all of this, however this situation passes, however that transpires, what do you want to do when it's all over? And I feel like that's the thing to focus on. Whenever it's all over, whenever there's it's not even just a release or a pause of it, when it's completely over, which doesn't feel too long away, it really doesn't. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to explore? What adventures do you want to go on? What will make you feel good? What will make you feel joy and happy and excited? And what do you really want to see? It could be like going to see some like locations around the globe that's got history that you're really interested in, or even closer to home. Yeah. Think about when this is all over, what are you going to do? And even write that down for some of you, if it feels good to write it down. Okay, let's get some words of wisdom from Spirit as you go through this pathway. Especially as you're through this healing mode, what do we need to know? Because you're going from this stillness into power and action. It's almost like it happens very quickly. It could be like an overnight decision. It's like going from the life that you've got right now to traveling the world. There's something like complete transitional, and it looks very different on the outside as well as feels really good on the inside. We've got eternity. Give yourself permission to slow down. Yeah, we've been a lot of chaos, a lot of juggling. When you need to take time out, especially right now. And slowing down is not a weakness. Slowing down is not that we can't do something, or we're not capable. So we need to be slow sometimes so that the right thing can come in, so that the thought process, because you can't rush creative thought either. And it's balancing creative thought, like right brain, left brain, creative thought with logical, cognitive. So, and they both need room, and they both act in different ways, and they both are nurtured in different ways with different behaviors. And I feel like that's maybe a bit of a balance that you're learning through this as well. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we have love to the moon and back. So this is spirit reminding you to stay open to love. Whatever's happened here with this, because we've got the Three of Swords and the broken heart here, whatever's happened, spirit saying don't close yourself off to love. Don't close off your heart space. And breathe. Inhale stardust, exhale magic. Slow down, keep your heart open, and remember to breathe. When we feel anxious, we start breathing a lot more shallowly, breathing quite shallow, and there's like something that happens in our system that is reacting from how we take our breath, and we don't even realize. And sometimes it happens in our sleep as well. So it's perhaps conscious breathing, conscious breath work. You can do that with the Ho'oponopono exercises as well, if that resonates for you. But I want to see if there's anything else in here. I feel like it's a shuffle. Are we done? I think we're done. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's get some final words of wisdom for you. I want to ask if we know if there's a bit of a time frame here. What do we need to know about the time frame? Yeah, okay. Time frame, and we've got the wheel. So it is happening quite soon. And we've got this friendship. We've got the encouragement card and the come together card and the Three of Cups and the wheel. This next part of your adventure, of your pathway, you're going to have gained a completely different perspective. You're very close to going from being inward to outward, which is where we've got the wheel, the journey before we get to the wheel in the tarot. A lot of it is, it's all of the tarot cards are introspective and outside of us, because it's all reflective. But it's for our solo journey, it can be where we are inward, and then because we've just been at the hermit energy, which is all about going within and still seeking, and then all of a sudden we start to see something, and it's like, oh yes, and there's like luck here, because this is kind of the card of fortune as well. So we are turning, and it will be soon. Okay, will be soon. Friends are really important. The right people are really important for you right now. That's always the case, particularly right now. And we've got White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. It's like almost like trust in the magic of the release. Whatever is being released, whatever you're releasing here, trusting in that magic. The magic of the unknown as well. We have Fox Spirit, think on your feet. So you don't need to plan. You don't need to over plan and plan and plan, because at the moment you're planning and it's like just being knocked on its, I don't think I can say that. Just knocked on your behind. And you are so astute and you're so powerful. You don't need all of that planning. That the plan will come from the moment. You'll know strategically. You've got the Emperor energy that's in your future. That's the energy you're stepping into, and that's associated and attached to and connected to this Nine of Cups energy. It's thinking in the moment. It's not planning. It's not expecting any kind of outcome. It's being adventurous in your strategy. and your plan and your goals. We've got koi fish spirit. There's always enough. So any feeling of lack, and we had that earlier as well, didn't we? Any feeling of lack, especially with this dry desert, don't worry. There's the things that you need to appear will appear. There's something else influencing that. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. We've got Panther, reclaim your power. Nice. This is what you're doing. You're reclaiming your power. No one can ever be you. No one can play your role. No one can take your part. No one can ever be you. And it's like you're realizing that on a totally different level now. It's like you're experiencing it. You're feeling it in your cells, in your body. And we've got Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And when you do, sweet results await with the Bee Spirit. You are transitioning. You are transitioning. I feel like this is Spirit saying just be patient a little bit longer, but we've got you. We've got you. And there is a lot. There's this, because you're going into this cornucopia and this sun energy as well, but it's like, don't do things the way that you did them before, and don't restrict yourself on anything. Be on your pathway right now with the right people, and everything else follows. But there is a lot of magic coming into you, although it feels like you can't feel that right now. But you might be getting visions of that as well, but maybe not trusting those visions or those feelings because of everything else that's happened. But it's important to process some of this, all of this emotion that's been coming up. But it's like it will phase out and new will come in. Okay, viewer. Thank you very much for watching the reading with me today, as always, and I hope that you've got some messages of guidance through whatever it is that you're going through right now from Spirit in the reading today. And I'll see you next time. Take care.